Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. Welcome back to another live stream. By la vie. Hello, Alvaro. Could you go over Smci? Absolutely. And your thoughts about quad witching? Absolutely. We are going to be talking about quadruple witching, precisely. How are you guys doing today? It was a red day across the board. Russell 2000 went down 1.96%. The Nasdaq went down 0.30%. The Dow went down 0.35%. And the S&P 500 went down 0.29%. So some sort of negative action. Nothing to be worried about, okay? But yes, we saw some sort of profit taking and a bit of downwards pressure throughout the day, but nothing crazy, guys. I mean, other than the Russell 2000, which got killed today, almost 2%. This was supposed to be the main victim of today's trading session, guys. When I saw the PPI or whatever, that report coming out earlier on today, I told the guys of my Patreon, hey, the main casualty of today's trading session could be the Russell 2000 because the producer price index came out harder than expected and stuff like that. So we saw the 10-year treasury yield rising along with the Dixie, with the US dollar. And yeah, so that was the perfect mechanical combination for the Russell 2000 in order to go down, guys. This index, the Russell 2000 or the IWM, which is the ETF that most of you guys trade, is very sensitive to yields. Okay, so take a look at what happened today with the 10-year treasury yield. It went on a tear, I think. Let me see now. This is Ulta Beauty. And by the way, guys, sorry for being late. I know that I'm late, almost 15 minutes, but I was trading Adobe after hours. You guys know that I love trading earnings, and I was able to buy 15 shares of Adobe. You guys can see over here the trade at $526.98 before the big drop took place. And I closed these 15 shares at $538. I ended up making over here $166 after hours. So I cannot complain about the earnings report of Adobe. I am usually trading earnings not with call options, not with puts, because that's not trading options. That's not trading earnings. That's gambling. You guys need to be able to tell the difference between trading and gambling. If any of you buys either calls or puts into any earnings report, that's gambling. You can do it. I mean, that's fine. It's like going to a casino and, gambling in a casino. What I do is I wait for the report to come out. I analyze the algorithm reaction. I reconcile the algorithm reaction relative to the earnings report itself. And if certain factors, let's say that coincide, I buy shares. So that's not gambling. Okay? Full disclosure. So I ended up making over here $166, and this is the reason why I started out the stream 15 minutes later than I told you guys on Discord. So, so the main casualty today was the Russell 2000. It was expectable. Let's just put it that way. This is an index that is very sensitive to yields, to interest rates. So this is what happened today. So tomorrow we have quadruple witching, guys. We have, get this, guys, $3.7 trillion worth of options expiring. Unbelievable. $3.5 trillion worth of options expiring. I have some seasonality stuff that I want to share with you guys. Let me see if I have it here. There you go. So take a look at this chart, guys. Over here we can see the S&P 500 performance in the, let's say, during this week that ends tomorrow and during the next week. So the week after quadruple witching in March, okay? when the trailing month, so the 21 trading days prior to quadruple witching is positive, which is the case as of now. So let me see if I can actually take over here a snipping tool. Okay, so take a look. I mean, this is for the most part, statistical information. So we don't know if this is actually going to be the case tomorrow. So out of the last 40 years, we have had on the quadruple witching day of March, we have had 17 positive days and 5 negative days. So we can make the case, guys, that from a seasonality standpoint, we have a high likelihood for tomorrow's quadruple witching be a, let's say, turnaround Friday. Okay, you guys can take a screenshot and take a look at this information on your own. So the bulls have the balls into tomorrow's quadruple witching expiration day. And this is something that is also worth to be pointed out. Take a look at the week after the quadruple witching of March when all of these factors coincide. I am talking about having the previous 21 trading days in positive territory, which happens to be the case on this occasion. The next week is a negative week, guys. Like negative. So over here we have the information about the last 40 years. We can see statistical information about 22 occasions, okay? Since 1986 until 2021. So the week after quadruple witching in March, we have 17 weeks with negative returns and 5 weeks with positive returns. And we have an average performance to the downside for the S&P 500 or the SPY of almost 1%. Okay, let me see if I can erase this. There you go. Okay. So, from a statistical standpoint, we have a high likelihood for tomorrow to see for tomorrow's trading session to end up being some sort of turnaround Friday. But next week, we have a high likelihood from a seasonality standpoint of having a red week of something like 0.90% to the downside in the case of the SPY. So, you guys know that that quadruple witching occurs 4 times a year, okay? And during that day, we have a massive amount of options, of indices, of ETFs, of individual stocks, of futures expiring at the same time. So it is a day in which usually we see volatility picking up. We don't know if that is actually going to be the case tomorrow, but we can, as I just told you guys, we can make the case that from a seasonality standpoint, that from a statistical standpoint, the bulls have the ball tomorrow. We'll see if they can actually take advantage from it, or we will see if they can take advantage of it, or if they drop the ball. We'll see what happens tomorrow. But next week could be a negative week. Nothing crazy, guys. A pullback of 1%. I mean, come on. It's nothing to be really worried about, right? It isn't going to be a big deal. And yeah, that's what the stats say about what could be happening, about what could be potentially happening tomorrow and next week as well. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, okay? Any doubt that you guys can have. So nothing crazy, guys. If we go over the SPY, take a look at this chart. So yes, the SPY went down today 0.20%, and it closed the trading session at $514.95. But take a look at how important was the price action that we saw into the closing bell. This white line that you guys can see over here is the 5-day moving average, 5 DMA, okay? This is a very important moving average that I use in order to determine who is in charge of minor timeframes, either buyers or sellers, okay? And take a look, guys, The bulls lost the 5-day moving average into the closing bell. They found support at $512. We actually were able to take a nice trade from this spot. And I am about to show you the work that I did today on Discord for you guys. We saw a very acceptable and decent push to the upside right before the closing bell rang, and the bulls managed to close the trading session right above, or a bit above, this 5-day moving average, so above $514.14. So this was a very, let's say, encouraging, sign for the bulls. Okay, guys, let me ask you something, because we have a lot of people, we have a lot of new people coming into the server. Is every one of you familiar with the job or with the work that I do on Discord, calling out areas of interest of the SPY? So all of you guys are familiar with the work that I am doing on Discord, because if that is the case, if that isn't the case, you'd better get familiar with the work that I do on Discord. So let me see, guys. Let me show you. What is it at? Okay. This is my, no, this is not the one. Let me see. Alvaro. There you go. Alvaro. So this is my Discord channel on our server. So, let me see. Take a look at the job that I did today here, guys. So let me see. At 9:52 a.m., okay, I said, I posted on Discord, 514 is the next support, or if the bulls recapture 515 or $515.15, they can keep going higher. Okay, so the SPY started to drop. You guys can see over here the exact time at which I posted this information on my Discord channel. Take a look, guys. Okay, so at 10:02 a.m., I posted, because I am calling out areas of interest of the SPY pretty much throughout the whole trading session. So you'd better keep an eye on this information. At 10:02 a.m., I posted 513.45. Let's see if this holds. And we had a bounce from $513.45. So I said, take a look. And circling back to the information that I posted at 9:52 a.m. 514 is the next support. So the SPY was coming down, right? Or if the bulls recapture 515 or $515.15, they can keep going higher. Below, take a look at this, at what I said here, guys. Below 513, $513.45. So at 10:02 a.m., I posted $513.45. Let's see if this holds. And there goes the bounce, guys. So let's reconcile this with the price action of the SPY. So let's see over here. Take a look at the time, guys. So at 9, look, let me zoom in here a bit. Okay, so take a look, guys. So at 9:56 a.m., the SPY broke to the downside, this white line, the 5-day moving average, and take a look at the spot at which the bulls were able to find support. $513.35. Take a look at the time, guys. You can see it down below. So the SPY found support at $513.35 at 10 a.m. What did I say? Let's reconcile this with the time. At 10:02 a.m., I said $513.45. Let's see if this holds. And there goes the bounce. So I let you guys know that I was expecting $513.45 to provide some sort of support. And that's exactly what happened. And I was able to take a trade over here, and I ended up making $176 buying calls of the SPY once I confirmed that $513.45 was holding. So later on today, what happened into the closing bell? Take a look, guys. I was calling out different areas of potential support and resistance in the SPY, and take a look at what happened pretty much when we were, I don't know, like we had like 40 minutes before the closing bell rang. So take a look. Okay, let me see. Look, okay. 3:26 a.m. Almost at $512. Take a look at what I said here, guys. It's make or break for the bears here. $512. Okay. If they can take it out, I was talking about the burst, a flush down into the closing bell is in the cards. It was very important, guys, $512 into the closing bell. And then I said, or if they fail to push the pedal to the metal, I was talking about the burst, the bulls can bounce the tape from it. Take a look at the time of this post, guys. 3:26 p.m. And then at 3:35 p.m., I said, okay, show time for the bulls, guys. $512. So what happened, guys? This was at 3:35 p.m. Take a look. Let me zoom out here. 3:35 p.m. Let me see. Take a look, guys. The SPY found support at $511.82 at 3:36 p.m. Let me take a look at the time. Take a look. 3:35 p.m., guys. I was calling out the low of the session in the case of the SPY. And guess what? I was obviously able to take a trade to the upside over here. And I said, and there goes the 512 bounce, guys, to the fucking penny. Sorry for the bad word. And then I said $313.45 could be overhead resistance. And I ended up taking a 138 buck successful trade with calls of the SPY. So for the most part, guys, we were able, let me see if I can show you drawing tools. Let me see. We were able to take a trade right here. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Right here. And right here with areas of interest that I was calling out on my Discord channel. So, my advice for you guys would be keep an eye on my posts. I could be mistaken here or there, obviously, but I am thriving, guys, in order to provide you guys with the best information that I can about the SPY. Okay? And I think that I have a decent understanding of the S&P 500, the SPX, and the SPY. So take a look, guys. Today we were able to take 2 successful trades in the case of this in the case of the SPY, in which turnout was in a trading in the midst of a trading session that was a bit choppy. It wasn't an easy trading session in order to trade the tape. Take a look. Up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. So good job, guys, today. And, well, let's keep doing this. Circling back to the SPY and taking a look at the 4-hour chart, guys, there's nothing bearish over here, guys. Zero. Someone told me that, Rosie. Hi, Alvaro. Hola, Alvaro. I got bit up today with all the bearish action. So we had a bit of bearish action. But guys, nothing happened here. The trend is up. And I have told you on multiple occasions, guys, the trend is up and the trend is your friend until she throws your shit out the window. So we cannot make any bear case over here. And the bulls were able to actually recapture the 5-day moving average to the upside. Can we see a pullback in the case of the SPY? Yeah. What about a visit down to the 20-day moving average? This would be healthy, guys, down to $508. 508.39. Why not? This could happen. But as of now, okay, today, we cannot make any bearish case in the case of the SPY. The trend is up, and the trend is our friend until she throws our shit out the window. Okay? So, please drop a comment down below and let me know. Yes, the trend is up, so don't freak out. Okay? This and I just showed you guys some numbers, some figures about March, about this week, and about the upcoming week. We could see a bit of downwards pressure, but from a technical standpoint, guys, we cannot make any bearish case over here whatsoever. Zero. Okay, so let's go over some individual stocks. Nvidia. By the way, do you guys know that Nvidia has an AI event on Monday? Are you guys aware of that? We have an AI event on Monday. I don't know the time. So I think that Nvidia has an event on Monday and Smci has an event on Tuesday. So go figure, guys. It's gonna be an AI event, and now my doubt into the event is: are we going to see some sort of front running into, say, Monday? I don't know, afternoon or something like that. I don't know. That could be the case. So Nvidia, it lost today the 5-day moving average. You guys know that I use a lot the 5-day moving average in order to determine who is in charge of minor time frames. So this could be a bit bearish. Maybe we can make that case. By the way, I got some Nvidia shares today near $900. It is a small position, so no problem over there. I am not buying calls of Nvidia at these levels, obviously, guys, because the call options are simply too expensive. Okay, it isn't worth it. Okay, what could be a positive scenario for Nvidia tomorrow? Well, recapturing this 5-day moving average, so closing candles above $809 approximately. This could be signaling that the bulls are gathering momentum once again in order to make a potential push to the upside, to try to fill two potential gaps that we have over here. The first one up to $907, which is the area at which the bulls failed today. And why not maybe a further push to the upside up to $925, which was overhead resistance yesterday. So, yeah, the bulls lost a support, the 5-day moving average, which is not something positive. But guys, if we zoom out, take a look. This is still an uptrend. This chart is under the absolute control of buyers in most time frames. We can make the case that the sellers made some progress today by breaking to the downside, the 5-day moving average. But I cannot make a bearish case on Nvidia as of now. If it keeps dropping, guys, so keep an eye on $840. $840 acted as support back on March 11th. And if this support happens to be broken to the downside, watch out. This is a big level for Nvidia, guys. The 20-day moving average, which happens to be upward sloping. So if visited in regular market conditions, it could be acting as a good support. We can make the case. Which is this pink line that you guys can see over here. The 20-day moving average is upward sloping, and it is signaling as of now $814. I might be a buyer of Nvidia near $814, and I think I could be mistaken. I am not making a bull case about the AI event that Nvidia has on Monday, but I think that we could see some sort of front running, and maybe why not buy the rumor, sell the news once the event kicks off, or once the event ends. So we'll see what happens about that event. Let me take a look when it comes to that event. Let me take a look at the market structure of Nvidia, supply and demand, and then I will go over super microcomputer. Let me see Nvidia. So this is a tool that I use in order to determine imbalances between the demand and the supply of any given stock. So guys, take a look. On top of this chart, you guys can see the demand, buyers, and at the bottom, you guys can see the supply. We can make the case that the supply is starting to rise, which we can kind of reconcile with the fact that the bulls were unable to hold as support today the 5-day moving average. But, however, take a look at the demand, guys. It is through the roof. So, I don't see any imbalance that could favor, in a very, let's say, noticeable way, sellers over here. So, nothing really negative to say in the case of Nvidia. And when it comes to VWAPs, which is a technical indicator that I use a lot, guys, this stock is very close to all-time highs. So let me draw an VWAP from the all-time high of Nvidia, near $970. What do we get? Take a look, guys, $891. So we can make the case that we have some buyers trapped at $891. These would be the only buyers that are trapped in Nvidia ever. So taking out $891 would open the door for the gaps to the upside that I just told you guys about. Maybe up to $907, and why not $927? It is still, we are still talking over here about a very good looking chart, guys. Above all the moving averages, Most of the moving averages are upward sloping other than the 5-day. So let's see. What do you guys think about this AI event that is taking place? Do you believe that we are going to see a front running into the event? So AR3, thanks buddy. Nvidia AI event workshop, March 17th, correct. 21 AI conference and expo on March 18th. Keynote. I mean, don't quote me on these guys because I don't have the exact information handy. So Nvidia has an event on Monday. Okay. And then SMCI has an event on Tuesday. We'll see what happens. And speaking of the devil, super microcomputer. Let's go over SMCI. While I take a sip of whatever this is, Sprite. Okay, good. Okay. It went down today 5%, and it closed the trading session at $1,130. So pretty much the same case of Nvidia, guys. The trend is up. This stock is trading with all of its moving averages upward sloping, but the bears or the sellers kind of had a humble victory today because they were able to break to the downside the 5-day moving average. So this white line that you guys see over here, and SMCI closed the trading session below the 5-day moving average. So a little and humble victory for the bears over here. So where would I be willing to buy the dip on SMCI, guys? What about a further retracement down to a previous area of resistance at $1,075? This is a potential area of support. You guys know that previous resistances tend to act or might be acting as a new support. And if $1,075 happens to be broken to the downside, and you guys know, and we have some sort of panic selling in the case of SMCI, and SMCI is falling off a cliff, and the bubble bursts, and you guys know all the bearish narrative about SMCI. Keep an eye on the 20-day moving average, $975. Take a look at this. Okay, there you go. AR3, SMCI conference also. SMCI AI event date March 20th. Okay, awesome. There you go. So thank you, AR3. So go ahead and take a screenshot, guys. Those are the dates of both events, Nvidia's and SMCI's. There you go. Okay, take a look at these, guys. And this is something that I also should point out about Nvidia. Take a look at this pink line. This is the 20-day moving average. It is upward sloping. This is bullish. Period. Full stop. SMCI, guys, has not traded below the 20-day moving average since. Let me see let me see. Let me zoom in here. Let me see. Okay, take a look, guys. SMCI has respected the 20-day moving average as support, so the pink line that I just told you guys about, since January 4th. Yes, January 4th. Every single time that the 20-day has been tested as support, it has acted as such. You guys can see it over here. It was kind of tested on February 21st, and then it was tested once again on February 29th. So obviously, guys, if SMCI retraces down to the 20-day moving average, we are going to have a lot of algorithms identifying this pattern, and a lot of traders obviously as well. So every single time since January that SMCI has made a test of the 20-day, it has been a successful one. So this is a natural area in order to buy the dip on SMCI. If we happen to confirm that the 20-day is once again acting as support. I am talking about $978. And the same goes for Nvidia, guys, by the way. Let me pull up Nvidia's chart once again. Take a look at Nvidia. Nvidia, guys, has held the 20-day as support. Let me see. Take a look. Since January 5th. Do you guys believe that this is a coincidence? That both stocks have traded above their 20-day moving average since January 4th and January 5th in the case of Nvidia? Do you guys believe this is a coincidence? So obviously, guys, if we see a more downwards pressure, $818 in the case of Nvidia, and as I just told you, in the case of Smci, let me see, we are talking about $979. These are areas of interest. Oh yeah. I'm not saying that, by the way, maybe some of you guys have positions open on Smci and Nvidia. I'm not saying that those stocks are heading that way. I'm saying that if something happens and we see a test of the 20-day moving average of both stocks, I am going to be keeping an eye on it, okay, to say the least. Okay, let's see how the supply and the demand of Smci is looking like as of now. 5:14 a.m. Okay, sorry, p.m. Okay, take a look, guys. The supply is rising and above average. When I said average, in the case of the supply or sellers, I am talking about this dotted line that you guys can see over here. But the supply is still rising through the roof and way above the level of the supply. So the fact that the supply is rising, and this goes also for Nvidia, we can reconcile that with the fact that both stocks closed today's trading session below their 5-day moving average. But I mean, we cannot make a big bearish case about that because the demand of both stocks is also rising and above the level of the supply. So nothing negative to point out in the case of the market structure of Smci. However, let me see. Where is the AV that comes from the all-time high of Smci, guys? So let me see, where do we have buyers trapped over here? So if I display an AV from the all-time high of Smci, I get a price of $1,139. So we have some buyers trapped over here. So we can make the case that $11,134 approximately is going to be overhead supply for Smci. Okay. So if say that Smci, let me see, 1,000. Yeah, I mean, and take a look, guys. That the AV that I just told you guys about and that comes from the all-time high of SMCI is pretty much coinciding with the 5-day moving average. So this is a big level. If SMCI can burst above $1,135, we could be seeing $1,190, or why not? All-time high for SMCI at $1,230 approximately. Edge, the name of this site is Market Structure Edge. You guys cannot see the name because I am blocking the name. So let me move my camera. There you go. Market Structure Edge. This is a very useful tool that I use on a daily basis. It is an expensive one. I am paying $100 for this on a monthly basis. So, but when you make a living out of this, you need to invest money on it. So it is what it is, right? Okay. What other? Not a problem, guys. I am here to help you. To help you all. Okay. So Tesi. Yeah, let's go over Tesi. What a disaster. What a disaster. Bad news keep piling up, guys. Okay. You know that I am not a trader of downtrends. I am not. Okay. Would I be willing to play a bounce here? Maybe. But I need to see buyers showing some sort of a strength. Okay. I gotta be honest with you. This technical chart is absolutely broken. Absolutely broken. This is a major downtrend below all the moving averages. The 5-day moving average is downward sloping, which implies that even in minor time frames, sellers are in total control of this technical chart. Maybe we could make a case that since the drop of Tesla has been so aggressive to the downside, that maybe, this is a maybe, okay, with capital letters, maybe we are about to see some sort of seller's exhaustion. We could be which could be potentially giving rise to some sort of bounce for Tesla. Okay, where would I be interested in playing some sort of bounce? If I happen to see Tesla recapturing the 5-day moving average, $172. I would be thinking about giving Tesla a shot above the 5-day moving average, $172. Obviously, guys, and this is very obvious, we are going to have a ton of people if Tesla keeps dropping. We have a previous area of support at $151. This is a previous support back from late April of last year. And we are going to have a lot of people, let's say that taking a gamble on the fact that Tesla could be finding support at a very, let's say, noticeable previous area of support for Tesla. So would I give Tesla a shot at $152? Maybe, but I would have to confirm support first. So I would like to see the bears taking out $152 to the downside. I am not going to be guessing if $152 is going to be actually acting as support. I would like to see that support being broken to the downside and buyers immediately stepping in and bringing Tesla above that level. That would be an area in which I would be potentially interested in buying this horrible and unspeakable dip of Tesla. Would a bounce of Tesla last long? I don't think so, guys. So this would be maybe a 1 or 2 or 3 day bounce. And why do I say that I don't see a long-lasting bounce in the case of Tesla, guys? Take a look at this. Let me show you some AV webs. Take a look. Take a look. Take a look at these guys. Take a look at all of these AV webs. Anchor volume weighted average price that come from different important dates for the stock of this company. And as you guys can notice, Tesla is trading as of now way below all of these AV webs. What does this imply? That we have a lot of buyers trapped all over the place. So any potential sustainable recovery of Tesla is going to come across with a lot of overhead supply areas. So I don't see any long-lasting bounce in the case of Tesla. I might be willing to play a short-term bounce, and I don't think that we are going to see Tesla recovering in a substantial way until at least we get the next earnings report. If Tesla happens to post a way better than expected report, and margins happen to pick up and revenue picks up and they post a good guidance, I don't think that is going to be the case, to be honest with you guys. But unless we have some sort of very positive catalyst, I don't think that we are going to see a long-lasting bounce here. I am willing to play a short-term bounce, and these are the two areas that I am going to be looking at, guys. So $153, a lot of market participants are going to be trying to play a bounce over here. And maybe, I don't know, a recovery, a recapture of the 5-day near $172. So these are the areas that I am going to be looking at in the case of Tesla. Let me take a look at the market structure of Tesla. What do we have over here? Do we have any encouraging sign in order to buy the dip? Tesla. Let me see. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. What is going on here? Come on, help me out. Tesla. TSLA. There you go. Take a look, guys. What a disaster. So on top of this chart, you guys can see the demand. At the bottom, you guys can see the supply. The demand is collapsing. There are no buyers, guys. Buyers are nowhere to be found. And the supply is actually starting to rise and above average. I don't know, guys. Maybe we see a test of 152, 153. But I don't think we have higher prices coming for Tesla anytime soon. A short-term bounce, yes, why not? But a substantial recovery of this stock, I don't think so, guys. I don't think that is going to be the case. By the way, I also think, and I believe, guys, that we have a lot of Tesla's cheerleaders, because you guys know this is a cold stock. Tesla doesn't have shareholders. Tesla has cheerleaders. I think that a lot of Tesla's cheerleaders gave up, and now they are going after Nvidia and Smci. Because take a look, guys. We are in the midst of a raging bull market. And take a look at Tesla, guys. This stock has gone down year to date. How much? Let me see. Okay, let me see. So Tesla has gone down year to date 37%. Whereas Nvidia has gone up 200%. Smci has gone up, I don't know, 300%. And Broadcom has gone up, I don't know, 150%. So I guess that we are seeing a lot of cheerleaders of Tesla giving up. And this is not a good sign, guys. Your MA level. Sorry, trying to follow along. Okay, guys. What I use, I use daily moving average. Okay, so I use. Let me look for a better. Let me pull up a better looking chart. Okay, Nvidia's. Okay, so my moving averages. The 200-day moving average, 200 DMA, which is the red line that you guys can see over here. The blue line is the 100. The pink line is the 20. And the white line is the 5. So what is special about these moving averages is that the information or the levels that they show don't change with the time frame. Okay? Because they are DMAs, daily moving averages. Okay? So take a look. For instance, take a look at because most of you guys use SMAs and EMAs. I have explained to you guys on multiple occasions the difference between SMAs, EMAs, and daily moving averages. So take a look. The 100-day moving average on a 4-hour chart of Nvidia is signaling as of now $575. Okay? If I pull up let me see, okay, a daily, take a look at where the 100-day moving average is located at, $575. So these moving averages allow me to see the same levels regardless of the time frame. They are very helpful, and when it comes to big institutions, they use a lot, and I mean a lot. These two moving averages, the 100 and the 200, in order to make decisions about purchasing stocks and stuff like that. Okay, alrighty. So Lululemon, it is about to post earnings, right? Lulu. Well, guys, I mean, this is unbelievable, right? It's like every single woman in America is using Lulu yoga pants. It is unbelievable, guys. Am I right or not about that, guys? What about the women that are on the stream? Do you use Lululemon yoga pants? I mean, I don't know, guys. I live in Charlotte, in North Carolina, and it is like, I mean, every single woman around here is using Lululemon yoga pants. Unbelievable. What a strong brand, guys. So Lulu, it is going to post earnings on the 21st of March. So Lulu went up today 0.96%, and it closed, sorry guys, damn it, the trading session at $470.01. Okay, so we have the 200 and the 100-day moving average upward sloping, which is positive, and the bulls were able to recapture today the 5-day. So this is encouraging for the bulls, and I would say that if the bulls can recapture and burst above this previous area of resistance at $473. The bulls failed right at 473 bucks. This was back in late February, and this is also a previous support back from early January. So this would be bullish action, guys, for Lulu, because take a look. Lulu was making, guys, as you guys can see over here, since it retraced from its most recent all-time high, which was reached on late December at 516 bucks. It started to show lower highs and lower lows, as you guys can see over here on multiple occasions, but the bulls were able to find support right at the 100-day moving average on 1 and 2 occasions, actually, and now they recaptured the 5-day moving average, and they are about, if they can close tomorrow's trading session above $473, they are going to be making a brand new higher high. So this would be very positive, because Lulu is going to be once again trading above all the moving averages, with the 5-day moving average rising and making a brand new higher high. So this would be very bullish action. I am actually going to put down Lulu on my watch list for tomorrow's trading session, because the chart is starting to look attractive once again after we saw this was a very decent drop, guys, of Lululemon. It dropped 14%. This was a bit more than a correction. And the stock was making lower highs and lower lows. And now the bulls are trading above all the moving averages and about to make a brand new higher high. So this would be bullish action. I am a North Carolina girl, but I am not a Lulu girl. There you go. What part of North Carolina are you at? I live in Charlotte. Someday we should do some sort of meeting with the people of the server that live in North Carolina or around Charlotte. I would be down for it. Okay, so be careful with Lulu above 473 bucks. Sorry, guys, if I can speak today. You know that I live stream for the guys of my Patreon throughout the whole trading session. So when I go live for you, I'm like super exhausted already, but that's fine. Let me take a sip of Sprite here. So again, it would be very bullish for Lulu to consolidate above 473 bucks. If that is the case, there's room up to 492 bucks, which happens to be a previous resistance back from late January. Okay, let's take a look at the market structure of Lulu. Let me see. 5:31 p.m. We are, 47 minutes in. Okay. Okay, take a look, guys. The supply is starting to decrease and the demand is stable but trying to rise. So this is positive, guys. And take a look, guys. The supply or sellers is going down, and we can reconcile this aspect with the fact of what? With the fact that the 5-day moving average is starting to rise. So this stock is definitely going to be on the top of my watch list tomorrow. Yeah, for sure. I don't wear Lulu, but my husband does. How about that, huh? No, not a problem, bro. I really have to make an effort, guys, because obviously you know that English is not my first language. And after having, been streaming for 6 hours and 30 minutes or 7 hours doing this, speaking my second language is challenging. It's super demanding. So, long story short, if you notice some mistakes here and there, I do apologize, but yeah, it isn't easy. Okay, let me see. Where are buyers trapped in the case of Lulu? Let me take a look at some AV webs here. So, Lulu. All right, I don't have any AV webs here. This is weird. Okay, let me display an AV web from the most recent all-time high of Lulu. Take a look, guys. Take a look at this level. So this is an anchor volume weighted average price line that comes from the all-time high of Lulu. And take a look at the price that this AV web is signaling. 400, none other than $470. So long story short, if Lulu consolidates above 472, 473, I am going all in regular market conditions, obviously. Okay, what other requests do I have over here? AMD, take a look. Yeah, let's go over AMD. Such a hot stock. Okay, profit taking, guys. A lot of profit taking. In the case of AMD, take a look. The 5-day is downward sloping. And I already told you guys about the 20-day. And if I zoom out, take a look at how, in the case of AMD, the 20 has been kind of acting as a good support. Okay, the bulls have lost the 20-day moving average as support on, let me see, 2 occasions. Let me zoom in here. Take a look. So they lost the 20-day as support over here. This was back on February 12th. Okay, so they lost the 20-day on the trading session of that day, February 13th, but they were able to bounce back up and recapture the 20-day. Then they lost the 20-day once again. This was back on February 20th. So they traded below the 20-day moving average during 2 trading sessions. And they, after those 2 trading sessions, they were able to recapture the 20-day. Then, a little bit later, on February 29th, the 20-day was tested and it acted as support. Big level, guys. And guess what happened today? The bulls lost the 20-day as support, but however, into the closing bell, the bulls were able to recapture the 20-day as support. And we can make the case that after hours, they are trading below the 20-day moving average, this pink line that you guys can see over here, and that as of now is signaling $190. So the 20-day has been respected over and over and over and over again. So this is a very important level. If SMH and the semiconductor stocks open in the green tomorrow and you guys see AMD consolidating above $190, keep an eye on this stock because we have room up to the 5-day moving average at $198. If we were able to take this trade, guys, this is another stock that I am going to put that I am putting down on a sticky note like right away as soon as I get done with the stream. So say that we start a trade slightly above $190 up to the 5-day moving average. That is signaling $202. This could represent a 3.60% profit trade. Nothing to sneeze at. So keep an eye on AMD above $190. Say that AMD goes down further. Yeah, why not? 172, guys. This is a previous support. $172 is a previous support back from late February that could be acting as such once again if tested. Let me see the market structure of advanced micro devices. Let's see, what do we have here? AMD. What is it at? Let's see, AMD. Come on, pull up. Okay. Alrighty. What is it? Okay, take a look, guys. The demand is decreasing and the supply is also decreasing. But take a look at how the level of the demand is way above the level of the supply. So, from a market structure standpoint, we can make the case that buyers still have a shot at, recapturing control of AMD in minor timeframes. And if we take a look, where are the buyers trapped in the case of AMD? Let me pull up here some AV webs. Let's see. Let me draw an AV web from the all-time high of AMD. Yeah, we have some buyers trapped here, guys. Yep. So, and I would say that the only buyers that are trapped in the case of AMD, we can identify those buyers from the all-time high of AMD. And there are people trapped over there with unrealized losses, and they have an average price of $200. So, say that how can we translate that information into a trade? Okay, say that AMD recaptures. Oh my bad, guys. Say that AMD recaptures this 20-day, and if let's say that let's say that we see a push to the upside. Take a look at how the 5-day is signaling as of now. The 5-day moving average is signaling almost $200. So in In the case of a bounce, in the case of a relief rally for AMD, it is very likely to be faded near $200. So maybe we can take two trades here, guys. One to the upside, up to $200 if $191 happens to $190 happens to be recaptured, and if we happen to see a consolidation of AMD above $190. But we know ahead of time that at $200 I have the convergence of the 5-day moving average and the buyers that are trapped from the all-time high of AMD. So that would be a level in which we could be potentially fading a relief rally for AMD, for advanced micro devices. Can you go over, have you ever used the double calendar strangle option? But what for, Nicolas? For an earnings report? I do strangles here and there. I do it. Yeah. Let me take a look at XOM. Okay. Wow, take a look at Exxon, guys. I have reviewed Exxon in my most recent streams for you guys. Wow, this stock is in a clear technical breakout, guys. Wow, impressive, huh? And I think that oil closed. Yeah, it closed. I mean, we are seeing bullish action in the case of oil, guys. It closed today above $80. And yeah, this is bullish, guys. Oil above $80 is bullish. So we have the 5-day moving average upward sloping. The 20-day is also sloping. We can make the case for this downtrend in order to be 100% reversed that we need to see both the 100 and the 200-day moving average upward sloping. But they are not upward sloping. They are still downward sloping. So this, let's say this trend change is still, let's say, suspicious, okay? But nothing crazy. I mean, the chart looks bullish, okay? A brand new higher high. The 5-day moving average is still upward sloping. So if oil keeps going higher, guys, which could be the case, because we had today yet again another inflation report coming out hotter than expected. That is good for oil. So the next gap for Exxon Mobile would be $113.58. I mean, we can round it up. $114. $114 is a previous resistance back from mid-October. So what happens if Exxon can fill this next gap right away from $111-ish up to $114? You guys are looking at a 1.72% profit trade. Would I chase it here? Not necessarily, guys. I would like to see some sort of retracement down to the 5-day, down to $110. And if I happen to confirm support over here, and if oil keeps going higher, I would be a buyer of this dip of Exxon right around $110 approximately. Let me take a look at the market structure of Exxon Mobile, XOM. Let me see. Would you still trade Lulu even though their earnings are coming up? Yeah, the implied volatility must be higher than usual. I would still do it. We're still like 2 weeks away from the report. I don't buy options, guys. Either calls or puts when I have an earnings report coming out in, let's say, less than 5 days. I just don't do it because you pay a very high price for that option, right? Because the implied volatility is higher than usual when a stock is about to post earnings. But tomorrow I would do it. I think so. Yeah. Okay. XOM. We have the demand going up and the supply kind of dropping, guys. So this is a very good looking market structure for Exxon, guys. Buyers are in total control of the stock of this company. And I think that the other day we went over some AV webs. Let me see. XOM. Yeah, guys, take a look. We don't have any buyers trapped over here, guys. This AV web that you see over here comes from the all-time high of Exxon, which was hit back in September of last year at around 120. Is that the all-time high? Is it? Yeah, it gotta be, right? Well, maybe it is not, but this is a recent high, okay? 120 bucks. And these market participants are sitting as of now on very good gains, guys. They have an average price of 104 bucks. So we don't have any buyers. We didn't have a lot of buyers, let's say. I'm trapped above the current price of Exxon. So that implies, guys, that we didn't have a lot of we didn't have any important areas of overhead supply over here. So maybe we're maybe this gap up to 114 bucks is going to get filled. I would say that that sooner rather than later. In the case of Exxon, and you're asking me about the implied volatility of Lulu, guys. Let me see. Is it too high? Let me see. 41% for March 15. 72 for March 28th. When is the date of the report? Yeah, March 21st. I mean, I never buy short-dated options, guys. So if I buy calls of Lulu, I am going to go, I don't know, maybe I would be peaking maybe late April or maybe why not June? I could be grabbing June calls. And in the case of the call options that expire on June 21st, I have an implied volatility of 43%. So I am not really paying an expensive call over here. But yeah, man, if you go ahead and buy a call that expired on March 15, a bit before the earnings report. Well, let me see, guys. I mean, hold. What is implied volatility? Okay, hold. This is 41%. Let me see. For March 22nd, the implied volatility is at 88 bucks, and the options market is foreseeing a potential a move in the case of Lululemon of almost $50. Wow, I mean. So now if I buy calls here, guys, I would pick either late April calls or maybe June, and in that case the implied volatility is not really that high. Yeah. Okay, guys, I think that we are 1 hour in, so I should be wrapping it up. You guys know that I am going to be releasing this live stream openly on my YouTube channel as soon as I am done streaming. And if the stream goes, if the stream is longer than 1 hour, then I don't get many views. So if you don't mind, guys, going to my YouTube channel and dropping a comment, you know that the comments that you guys drop on the live chat do not transcend into the video that I am going to be releasing openly on my YouTube channel. So that would be very much appreciated. And well, let's see what happens tomorrow, guys. Thank you very much for coming over. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And I will see you guys on Discord. Okay? And let's see if we happen to have some fun tomorrow with the quadruple witching options expiration. Okay? And Nicholas, if you want to DM me about the double calendar strangle option, just send me a DM. We can talk about it, okay? We can discuss further about it, okay? Okay, guys. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you. Bye-bye. Take care.